All right, people, let's get this thing in, man. As you've seen in the title, the race baiters and the pimp, homie, but it should be the pimp is on the right, the race baiters in the middle, and the hoe is all the way to the left, man. Puerto Flaco's his hoe. So, Jose Vasquez, I thought the beef was squashed in no jumper video. Yeah, so did I, homeboy. So did I. But these guys want to get it in. Let's get this shit in. And there we go. Get a little bit of intro going. Get some of you people in here. We'll get this bitch rocking and rolling. I got receipts, homie. So, let's break it off, man. All that no jumper shit that happened, the drama, I guess, that unfolded, seemed like it was all said and done. Everybody got everything off their chest. I pretty much believe I cleared my name, which I did. But unfortunately, these guys just can't get me out of their fucking head, homie. They seem not to be able to get me out of their head and always want to sit there and keep talking about me. But it always seems to be the fucking Jerry's kids over there at No Jumper. The Jerry's kids, one being Tyrell, about 3 weeks after that or whatever it was, or a week after that, he's over there, you know, man, we're not even going to say that guy's name, talking about me. You know, that guy just did it for clout. He's a clout chaser, this, that, and the third. And that's that same drunk motherfucker that will sit there and disrespect somebody's mama, talk all kind of shit on the live, talk about fuck your mama. Yeah, I said it. Fuck your mama. We can run it. And then the next day, what's he doing? He's in fucking reverse, homie. He's a chump. That's what happens. Chumps talk a lot of shit, right? I'm a cloud chaser. I ain't talking about you, vatos. I don't even bring you motherfuckers up, homie. I don't say nothing about you motherfuckers, right? The only ones that will bring me up, and respectfully so, AD. Shout out to AD. I got no beef with AD. I got no beef with Duno, homie. I do got beef with the pimp, the race baiter, and his hoe, right? Because the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, who did they have back on there? They had the Pimp Nasheed back on there and brought the whole shit back up and still spewing this shit. The only thing, there's two faces, homie. There's two faces these guys put out there. Tariq Nasheed put on this fucking beautiful face that he's this nice fucking guy. And, you know, he still threw his little fucking slick shit in there. But the thing is, that's the beauty of the internet, man. The internet's undefeated, homie. The shit's out there. Just like they try to pull shit on me, I got receipts, homie. We're going to look at all of them right now, right? Adam's punk ass knew they were going to talk about it. Still lets him do it. That's the race baiter, homie, because he'd rather get views. He don't give a shit. Puerto Flaco, the same thing. You actually got 3 people who got nothing to do with any kind of hood shit, and they say, why you be saying Tariq B? That's racist because you say Tariq is in a good neighborhood. That's why he's an Uncle Tom. No, he's a punk ass Uncle Tom because he tries to start beef with brown and black people because he sits there and says Southsiders got no hands. So he's bringing gangs into this. He's bringing the hoods into this. So when you're sitting there saying about Southsiders ain't got no hands, mocking how we speak and all kind of bullshit, then you know what? You're putting yourself out there. But that's why he's a fucking Uncle Tom. That's why he's out there in Chatsworth with his fucking white mother-in-law, talking all that high power, black power shit. Motherfucker lives with his white mother-in-law. It's all a fucking act. It's all a fucking show. Well, we get people in here. Let's go back. Let's go back and listen to some of the stuff because it's very simple to get a 1-minute clip and say, look, this guy's like this. But they don't talk about all the shit we've been doing on this platform. We've been doing shit long before they were even talking about it, right? He says, oh, you be talking shit when the vendors, when this. All right, well, let's check it out. Let's see what
she has nephews.
Let's see what kind of shit I talk. This video was from 2 years ago. Let's get it in. I'm sure you guys all remember this. This was the one, and I'm not even going to play to get people pissed off, right? This was the one when a couple young African Americans choked out this lady and stole their shit, right? And this was 2 years ago when this was becoming a trend. They were doing it for the gram. They were doing it for the views because they thought it was funny, right? So they say, oh, American Cholo just sits there and talks shit and makes our people. 2 years ago, motherfuckers, listen to this shit. All you fucking haters, listen to this shit. All right? For one time in your life, shut the fuck up and listen. Pay attention. You know what? You might want to keep it gangster. Let me take my tooth out for this one, homeboy. Motherfuckers. Let's hear what this racist fucking Cholo has to say, right? I'm not even going to go to that part here. Let's skip it. That way we don't got to see none of that shit. Not go through none of this bullshit. Let's go. Video starts.
What's going on, carnalios? So you guys just saw that video from the elote lady getting assaulted and robbed by two young African-American males, men, boys, whatever you want to call them, while they were being filmed by, I'm assuming, another African-American female in the car. I don't know if they're doing it for Instagram, for the views, or what just stupidity they're doing it for. Well, let me give you my thoughts on it. When I first saw this video, my first thing that jumped into my mind is, this is exactly why people gangbang.
Am I lying? Am I lying that this is why people gangbang? This is why people go to wars, why people fight? Answer that.
This is exactly what happens. Let's say she has nephews, even sons for that matter. If her sons found out that happened, her nephews found out that happened, the first thing they're going to do is they want to get revenge, man. And stupid stuff like this can actually just make wars happen and have happened in the past, man.
Am I disrespecting them? Am I saying anything, putting all this into the African American community? Answer that shit. I got receipts, homie.
Hopefully this is not the case, you know. These two young guys, when I first saw, like I said, I was enraged, brother. I was pissed just like the next brown man. I'm sure there was African Americans that were also as pissed, but I don't think they probably felt it as much as we did, because obviously we don't like seeing our people, you know, get hurt, robbed, or what have you.
Does anybody like seeing their people get hurt, robbed? Answer that. Answer the questions. Don't sit here and deflect. Answer the questions. Do any people like seeing their people robbed and shit like this happen to them?
But, you know, after letting my mind thing cool down and really, you know, really think about what's going on here, I started thinking, okay, you know what? They robbed her. They did this and that. You know, should they be killed? Should they be that? Just, you know, whatever stupid thoughts that go through your mind. And my thoughts are, you know, that unfortunately is no different than what we sometimes do.
Wait. What? What? I thought you were going to blame all the African Americans. I thought American chose this racist guy that sits there and just says, you know, F black Americans, you know, they're the one. Wait a minute. Wait, did he just say something completely different? I'm thrown off right here, guys.
Thoughts are, you know, that unfortunately is no different than what we sometimes do. I want you to look at this video real quick. This video here is of one Asian student from USC. This happened a few years ago. It was 3 Latinos and 1 Latina. They went in here and tried to rob this kid. I don't know if they ended up robbing him or whatnot, but what they did rob, they robbed him of his life. They assaulted him and killed him with a baseball bat by school. The only thing this kid that did wrong was walk and not know how to speak English, not know how to give him the money. In other words, he did absolutely nothing wrong, man. But what happened? These 3 male Latinos and 1 female, they killed this poor kid, man. They took this kid from their family. This kid was a...
Wait a minute. This isn't adding up, right? This is 2 years and some change ago. This is me talking about what happened with the little lady getting robbed and attacked by 2 African Americans, but I spinned it and put it that we do it to our own. Don't let these pimps fool you. I'll forward a little bit. That
problem isn't that it's just this one single race, you know, fucking trying to point us out and victimize us. We do it more than anybody else, brother. And that's the cycle we need to break. The cycle is the same in the African American community as it is ours. The only thing it's more prevalent in the African American community. And that cycle is no fathers in the homes, single mothers. Sometimes the mother's not even around. They're being raised by grandmothers. So
go look up that video. I think you've seen enough of what I'm saying. And this is the shit I'm talking about. That was from 2 years and some change ago. This is the kind of shit we've been talking on this platform since the beginning. And you're trying to get a 1-minute clip, or you're racist. You know what? The Pimp Nasheed and his boys are doing? They're using the LGBTQ fucking card. When you disagree with the LGBT community on any little small thing, or you're a homophobe, or you're against trans, or you're against this. No, motherfucker, I just got my own opinion on things. And I'm not going to sit there and get in line with your opinion just because you're going to try to shame me and call me a racist. Fuck you, Nasheed. You're the fucking racist. Let's put it out there, homeboy. This bullshit. I got something for his ass. Hold on. You know, soon after I made the video, Nasheed, and I got receipts, like I said, man. This is it. Let me get this comment out of here real quick. It's not about entertaining negativity. It's about putting it all out there, homie. I'm tired of this shit. All right. They want to keep talking. That way we can expose what no jumper is. That way we can expose what the pimp is. That way we expose Flacco is. All right. This right here, D Tubman, is Tariq's editor. She's the one that runs all his shit, his Cash App, the whole shabam, right? This is her right there. You see a nice circle? Tariq Tubman, right? Now, what I'm trying to say is to the African American community, put yourself in our shoes. This is the kind of shit they do. You see that bottom part, right? That's D Tubman. Broke burrito, bean babble. What if I did something like that? Huh? But you don't want to talk about that. That's the problem. You don't want to talk about any of that shit. You want to sit there and get stuck on one little fucking sense or one little disagreement. This is what's coming out of fucking the pimp's fucking camp. This is the shit that's coming out of the no jumper fucking camp. This shit was already done and they got to rehash it. No problem. We'll rehash it and we'll go through the whole shit. That way you see who's who and what's what. It's very simple to just point at somebody and say, look, racist, racist, right? That's very fucking simple. Let's keep going. And what I'm going to say, wait, I got to get the video that I audited. Yeah. Give me 1 second here. We're going to go to the video of the pimp and the pimp. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Hope everybody's having a fine day out there today, like myself. I am just tired of the bullshit, tired of the nonsense. Okay, so here we go. Let's listen to this thing.
Incident happened last month, and we posted up a video of this brother, American Cholo, saying a particular word, coon, etc. Right. Now he said it was out of context, etc. So then they pulled up, and he kind of gave more background, and he actually told us that video was actually a response to something Tariq said to him. And you said something like Mexicoon or some, right?
We weren't talking about him.
We weren't talking about him. Here's the audio. I took the video out because these guys will try to copyright it and try to get out there so that way nobody listens to it. Here's the audio of that same thing over 2 years ago, before I made any videos on this fucking jackass.
We have to deal on the West Coast. We have to deal with a lot of Mexican coons out here. And not all Mexicans are coons, but you got a lot of Mexicans out here who want to be white, want to be Anglo, like Hispanic vendors. So now they're like, a lot of the essays are trying to talk.
A lot of the essays. Why do you say Tariq don't live in the hood? Because he's bringing up the essays, bringing up the homies. I wasn't on no gangbanging shit. I'm talking like a man and saying my stuff, and I always have. And he's coming with some other bullshit, right? So he wants to talk that gang politics shit. Well, you do it because, you screaming Compton, you live in Riverside, homie. You that guy.
Talk about a war this or war that. How come we ain't coming out saying nothing? Now listen to this guy. This guy's making this little veiled threats here.
Of me. Now, let's keep going. Because it only gets better.
Because foundational Black American,
the two faces of the Pimp Nasheed.
We've always been
listen to how nice we've always been fighting. We're NAACP, we're this and that. Listen to them.
Fighting for the Hispanic community and all marginalized people, because we don't like marginalization. We don't like any type of discrimination.
We don't like any type of discrimination or bigotry, right? All right, that's the one face of the bigotry.
Pimp. The race. That means the race, by the way. He keeps saying La Raza. That means the race, by the way. See, you want to be Anglos are the worst. You just want to be Anglo. You ain't really white. You're just a white person on consignment, but you want to, yeah, all you black.
You ain't really white. You're a white man on consignment. Always pushing that same bullshit narrative that we want. Motherfucker, I'm a brown man, oh boy, and I'm proud to be brown. Just like black men are proud to be black man. I'm not going to fucking sit there because I can use the same shit. I can use, well, what last name you got? Sounds like you got Jefferson. Sounds like you got Jackson. Sounds like you got some white blood in you. But that's that bullshit Tariq does, homeboy. But don't sit here and tell me that the majority of us think we're white men. We're brown fucking men. We're proud of it. Just like black men are proud of being black. We're proud of being brown. And what's the issue with that? Anytime a brown person speaks, all of a sudden, oh, look, that's racist. That's racist.
Rappers, all you black rappers, y'all infatuated and love. That's because y'all. And another thing, they hate when the Mexican girls be fucking niggas left and right, which most of them do. That's what they really don't like. Those little Hispanic girls fucking niggas left and right, and then lying when they come on. No, I didn't do it. I didn't. I did not do it. She did it.
That's the pimp. That's the Pimp Nasheed. All the motherfuckers that know Jumper that run the place. When I said the motherfuckers, I mean Adam. They know damn well what Tariq talks about on his platform. They know damn well the race baiter he is. But why do they let him in? Because they don't care about raza, homeboy. He don't give a shit. He gives two fucks about raza because he knows we typically don't stand up for ourselves. He knows we'll just go with the flow. He knows we'll just sit there and be like, man, no llores, don't cry. But this motherfucker's talking about your daughter. He's talking about your wife. He's talking about your granddaughter. He's talking about your niece. That's how this vile piece of shit, the pimp, talks about our fucking women, our men.
Black American organizations, we've always been fighting. You black rappers, they really don't like those little Hispanic. Yeah, she did it.
There's be more. Let's keep it rolling.
I believe a protest was done. Now, the protest came because I think American Cholo went on Power 106.
Right. This guy's racism is way more vicious than that video where...
My racism, huh? My racism. What a racist does, they try to point out somebody else, call them a racist, so they don't get exposed, right? Let's keep it
Tiger
going.
was just kind of lollygagging around. So that was the thing. People were looking at Power 106. How are you going to call somebody racist with another racist that you're sitting here holding hands with? So that's why Power 106 got called out. One of our sisters out here organized, Connie Collins. Shout out to Connie Collins.
Connie Collins. Let me play you the audio of Connie Collins, okay? This is the one he just gave a shout out to on No Jumper. Shout out to Connie Collins, right? Connie Collins is, this fighter of rights for human beings, huh? Let's hear it.
Because you're desperate. You're in a country that we built. You're in a country using everything that we invented. You're in a country that isn't yours because your people are a failure. Your country is in shambles. You have to swim across borders. You have to send your children with grown-ass men you don't even know. You have to prostitute yourselves to get here. And you want to talk about what we're not going to get? What you're not going to get is you're waiting for the white man to give you more tacos.
We're waiting for the white man to give us more tacos. We prostitute ourselves. We come from failure countries. Every fucked up stereotype you could think of, they say about us. Connie Collins, Tariq's homegirl, gave her a shout out. No Jumper knows this. Adam knows this. Punk ass Flacco knows this. They all know this. But this is the double standard that I'm calling out and they don't fucking like and the industry doesn't like. The double standard, they'll let a black man and a black lady say all the vile and disrespectful shit to us as brown men and women. I ain't taking that shit. I'm not going to sit here and just let it go. People are saying, Gil, why are you bringing it up? Why? Because they're on a platform that has 5 million fucking followers. And just like fucking Adam said, there's certain newsworthy things and we got to keep it this. All right, well, why don't you report that shit? Why don't you report that your guests are black supremacists that believe that we as Latinos are just here, that we swam over here, that we're just a bunch of fucking EBT people, that we're just, can you imagine a white person saying that about black people and saying all the fucked up stereotypes of black people? Could you imagine if I was out there saying all the fucked up stereotypes about black people and pushing that agenda? I don't push that agenda, homeboy. I push the agenda of coming together and speaking together as brown men and women, black men and women coming here to my home. They don't fucking do that. Let's keep it real. Let's go.
We cool. We ain't got no problem with no essays or Mexicans.
You got no problem with no S is a Mexican. That's one video he makes. Like I said, it's the two faces of the pimp.
None of this, all that tough guy bullshit. It's all cowardly. They ain't going toe to toe with nobody. They don't have no hands. It's a bunch of Takashis, basically.
So what he's saying there is all the homies are a bunch of Takashis that got no hands, that are fucking women, are a bunch of fucking women that just fuck them for their clout, to get the papers, that we're here fucking illegally, that we're failure as people, that our country's a failure as people. Every vile thing that a fucking white supremacist would say. Just like you have to fight white supremacy and expose it for the nastiness it is, you got to do the same with these people. These people are sick in the fucking head. These people are using the struggles of African Americans, and they're just twisting it up for monetary gain. They're there just to get money. That's what pimps do. That's what Max do. That's what fucking Nasheed is. He's a pimp. He's a pimp out there just fucking saying the most vile shit against brown people. Raza, yeah, raza, the race, raza, homie. That's our own thing. Anytime we have our own thing, all of a sudden, oh, it's racist. You're always talking about you guys need to do your own thing. Okay, we're proud of being brown, homie. We're proud of being raza. What the fuck's the problem? I'm not sitting here speaking about you guys. I'm not even bringing you guys up. But apparently, this fucking little brown guy has gotten so fucking far up your fucking head that you can't get me out of your mind because you feel like you took an L. Tiger don't give a shit about you. Tiger don't give a shit about me. Tiger did what he did as a man. And when I sat down with Tiger, we spoke as men. There was no disrespect. There was no pushing up. I went there by myself. Tiger had his big old goons. I wasn't sweating that. I went there by myself because I knew I was going there with my heart correct and my mind correct. And I was there to speak my mind and tell him, hey, we feel disrespected. And luckily, he was man enough and he had the character enough to take that down. But motherfuckers like the Pimp Nasheed, they want to make a big old fight about it. But the thing is, he ain't going to fight. He's going to be over there fucking making pizzas with his fucking white mother-in-law, drinking some fucking wine, because that's what he does. Let me show you guys some other stuff. Because, you know, some will say, and there's every excuse in the book. So that's why today I'm bringing this out. I'm dropping all the receipts, homie. Well, why didn't you say anything before when YG? Whoa, shit, wait a minute. What is this? Is YG song offensive? Oh, shit, he did make one like that, right? Well, why'd you make one when Blueface said it? Oh, shit, what is this? Blueface song is offensive, in my opinion. 2 years ago, again. I've been talking about this shit. You motherfuckers just weren't listening. And now that you're listening, oh, you're racist. Why didn't you say this? Well, and then they go to fucking, oh, well, why didn't you say anything? Man, you're going to keep going and going and going because you will never be satisfied because you can't stand the fact that you guys are doing some dirty shit. When I say that, I say Nasheed's punk ass and the people that support him. Sit back for 1 second as an adult. Sit back and think of what the guy's saying. Don't sit here and just say what I'm saying or go off what he's saying or I'm saying. Look at the receipts, homie. And some people, why don't you ever talk about Trump or anything like that? And these are stuff that people have hit me up on. That's why it's great. I got it. Oh, look at that. Did Trompito disrespect Mexicans? And I put in there, yes, he fucking did. I've been talking about all this shit. I've been on the train of talking about everything and anything, homie. You just got to go check the fucking catalog. Get off your lazy fucking asses, whoever thinks I haven't talked about this shit, and go check the catalog. I have talked about everything. I don't sit here. This ain't a platform that just sits here and talks about black people. I can do it. African-American stuff is probably 10% of our content. Oh, but why? Why? Because it's America. We talk about whatever the fuck we want, and we're all intermixed, so we're going to talk about stuff like that. So get the fuck out of here. Well, don't talk about this. Shit. If that's the case, get off YouTube. If that's the case, don't go to Adam 22. He's a white platform. You can't pick and choose. I've been having these tough conversations. Look at that. That's Taco from Payback Crip. That's Twin from Hoover. This was over 2.5 years ago. We had that conversation. We've been having that conversation. Caleb Pinker. Producer Cobra Kai, a couple years back, another black man in my home, where my wife lives, where my in-laws are at, where my grandkids come. This is my house. This ain't a studio. I bring African American men into my home, sit them down here, have dinner with them or lunch or whatever have you in my house with my family. And we speak about this tough fucking issues. Let's keep going. Here's another one. Oh, there you go. Frank Lewis. Frank Lewis came here with his mama, his girl, and his kids. And we broke bread. Well, wait a minute. Wait, what's going on here, girl? I thought you was a racist, homie. Oh, no, he just does it for the clout. If I'm a racist, I'm not bringing people to my house. Straight up. What kind of fucking backward shit is that? But you don't want to talk about that, right? Hoodie Hood, another brother that's came in here, sat in my home. Another one to put the picture up, Skip Townsend. Skip Townsend OG from out here. He was here 2-3 weeks ago. Broke bread in my home. My wife made enchiladas. He had maybe 2 or 3 plates. Skip really liked it. And we had that adult conversation. Real men, real adults can have these conversations without acting like fucking children and getting on to their fucking feelings, because that's the way we move forward as brown and black men. For anybody who thinks there is no unity, you're fucking mistaken. You obviously didn't grow up in the 90s. It's getting better and better for us every year, and that's a great thing for both of our communities. But don't let these pimps like Tariq, like Poetic Flacco, and like punk ass Adam divide us. Don't let these pimps and race baiters just sit there and make money off our shit. Call them out when you see them. Call them out on their platforms. I put Duno in there in the IG one. I put AD in there. I said, do you guys support this? And they will say, why would you put them in there? Because that's part of their hood. Let's keep it real. That's part of their hood. But the only reason those guys stick around, 2 reasons. Because Adam has a huge following and the money. Straight up. Let's be honest. They stick around because they have a huge following and the money. I won't sell my soul for that shit, homeboy. This kind of bullshit right here, it gets views. Look at the live. It's going. All those other brothers that I just showed you that we had some real fun conversations, they don't get no views, homie. Because nobody's ready for those conversations. Everybody rather see drama. Everybody rather see us killing one another. Everybody rather see us just fucking going at each other. I'll go at these fucking fools because they deserve it. But I'm exposing them for who they are. They're two-faced fucking liars that on one face they're gonna try to tell you you're friends, this and that. You know, they're pro this. Tariq's never said Tariq, at least with Tariq, he said that, but when he went on this no jumper one, he tried to act like he's Mr. Fucking. Come on, homeboy. You's a pimp, homie. You've always been a pimp, and you're gonna stay a pimp. And fucking Flacco's your hoe, playboy. But you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up thinking I'm just going to be this guy that stays quiet. You should know by now. I don't stay quiet, homie. I've been gone through all kind of bullshit. You think I'm scared of exposing your punk ass or Adam 22? Nah, man. Let's get it in. You know what I want? I want some phone calls from the brothers. That's what I want. Let's see what you got, homie. Go ahead. You can call it in. See. Speak on the issues. He really spoke on those. Support Latin American culture. Homie, I live in America. I don't give a fuck what's going on. He's over there. Oh, but those guys over there, they're racist against black. Motherfucker, everybody's got issues everywhere, homie. Do you really think that Latin America's countries are really on that racial tip? Man, they're trying to survive out there. They really got issues. They really got some major issues where they can't eat. But he's like, well, those countries are so racist that, you know, they got to lose their racism. You just heard all the vile shit he said. You just saw all the shit he does. But you know what? Brothers like this, they have the blinders on. They don't want to talk about that. But if I flip the script and said the same shit that Tariq was saying about your women, was saying about your people, was saying all the fucked up stereotypes, you guys would fucking blow a head gasket, homeboy. But that's the thing. It's become so normal and so accustomed for people to disrespect brown people that you don't think it's that big a deal. Ah, man. But if they say anything about the brothers, oh, wait a minute. No, you're absolutely right to be up in arms and get upset. You have every right as a black man, but so do I as a fucking brown man. What makes you better than me? What makes your feelings more important than mine? I got a wife. I got a family. I got grandkids. I love my fucking family. I love my fucking people. There's no difference, brother. The only difference is you don't see me as an equal. We don't have equal empathy towards the brown man. And that's a fact, homie. That's a fact that you can't deny. Because if you're sitting there and hearing all the bullshit and vile shit that comes out of fucking the Pimp Nasheed's mouth and still sit there and make all kind of excuses. Oh, well, what about I don't give a shit. Look at all the shit he said, homeboy. Let's just ignore all that, right? Wrong. Black and brown, that's right. Hater world, you know what it is, homie. My boy Gil turned percent black and brown all day. Yeah, it's just the guys who are on the hater shit. Let's see what this is. Let's see. Not right now, Kimosabi. I want a brother to call in right now, homeboy. Sorry about that. We'll put a number out there. No. I want a brother. I want to hear from a brother, homeboy. Why you gotta call his brother? Get a black man, homeboy. Whatever you want. Cause not everybody's always got a fucking reason to say something else or another. There you go, homeboy. Let me get the comments. Adam has a lot of black followers because they like his message. No, they like the bullshit. They like porn stars. They like, come on, homie, that's what sells. I get it. But then when you start coming into some racial shit, that's when you pump your brakes. I never see Adam talk about anything else but black or brown. I never see him talk about no Jews. I never see him talk about any kind of issues going on in Ukraine or any Russia. No, he likes the dirty ghetto gangster shit that he can profit on because he feels like he's untouchable, like nobody. Because look at him. If Adam was a black man and he ran no jumper, he would have got pressed up on by now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Adam was a black man and owned no jumper, he would have got pressed up on. But because he can use the, Adam was a big deal. You know, that's what he fucking uses. And I say, fuck that. All right, hold on. Let me get this number out there again. There you go. There's the number. I want to hear from the brothers, man. This is your opportunity. You want to get it in? Let's get the shit in. Because people always got a lot to say, but then when it comes and you call them out the number, here we go. Anything? Anything? Doesn't seem like it, huh? Don't worry. I'll put this other one up there. There you go. Let me get to the comments real quick. Brown man, brown is white. Why do you have European's last name? There we go. You fucking jackass. What is Jackson? What is Jefferson? What is Thomas? Why do you have fucking white man's last names? That's the shit I'm talking about. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, hello, this is Aaron.
Aaron, what's going on, Aaron?
Nothing much. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, brother. Just getting this shit in, man. I'm seeing a guy tell me brown is white because we have European's last name. And I say, wait a minute, the brothers have a lot of white last names. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, man. So what's your opinion, my man? Talk to me.
Oh, yeah. I just said, I called because you said you wanted a brown person. I mean, you wanted a black person to call in.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, now, what's the question?
Well, no, it was how the double. I don't know if you know who Tariq Nasheed is.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tariq.
Okay, well, Tariq says some of the most vile stuff. He'll throw in some history stuff that is true, but he'll throw some of the most vile stuff. And why is it that he can do that and get away with it? If I said half the stuff that Tariq says about the black community, you guys will be up in arms.
So you're saying, you're asking why is it okay for him to talk about you?
Well, no, talking is one thing. Sitting there and saying that our women come here to get their DACA and they sell their pussy, his exact words. Sitting here giving Colin a shout out where Collins is saying we come from failed countries, we come here just to get EBT, pretty much saying every vile thing that a white supremacist would say about a black person. That's what he says about us. Why is that okay?
Okay, basically his position is, we wanted to have a camaraderie with, the Hispanic community. We've basically always been open to other races of people coming into the country, and we wanted to be friends, and his frustration is whenever we do, try to be friendly, a lot of times when we're trying to be friendly with other races, it seems like it's not reciprocated. And so over the years, we've started to notice this trend. It's not just with the Hispanic community. It's also with the Arabs and the Asian community. It's just a trend. So he is kind of, I would say, probably exaggerating, kind of leaning probably too far, kind of going too far with some of this stuff.
Absolutely.
But I believe it's for that. It's for the shock factor to bring awareness to it.
Well, see, again, he can say the most vile stuff, but when it comes to us, if I were to say again half the stuff that he says and try to use that shock factor, no, I'm a racist. I'm a racist. I say one thing that somebody disagrees with politically, and I'm a racist. Let me ask you this. I just showed a bunch of pictures of the black men that I have had in my home, that my wife has fed, that we sat here and had real constructive conversations, right? How many brown men, has Tariq Nasheed has had in his home and had constructive conversations where he's doing a podcast with? Can you name me one?
Yeah, I don't think that he typically has people in his home for podcasts.
Okay, but I do, because I'm trying to get to the root of the issues that we have. I'm trying to have a real conversation, and I have, and you can go back and see all those. This has been years in the making. That's why to me it's almost laughable when you get all this stuff and you're a racist, you're this. I'm having these conversations in my home, and I guarantee you, Tariq has never had one brown man in his home. Tariq, to me, is like a black supremacist. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, with the position that black people have been put in a lot of situations, it's kind of like we stand alone. So
I don't think you guys do. When the BLM movement happened, there was hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on the street collectively, if you add them all up. America's black population is only 13%. There was a hell of a lot of other colors out there protesting for the African American community. So you guys by far do not stand alone at all. That's just a narrative that the Pimp Nasheed pushes out there. Why? To get divisiveness. Why? Because there's money in divisiveness. There's money that you got to put money into the FBA. You got to do this. He is the bankroll. He is the one making the money off that. He's making money off division.
Okay. I think that
yeah.
I think that there's exceptions. There's definitely certain people that are down with us and stuff like that. But I think when it comes to money, economics.
Yes.
I think that's more so it's his focus.
And that's fine. And I agree. Listen, there's Tariq is a very smart individual.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying basically when it comes to money and finances, he's saying like we're subject, like we're getting discriminated against in that realm. So yeah, sometimes we may get camaraderie, but it's not, when it comes to money, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to our resources, everybody is like for themselves.
I think when it comes to it, a lot of people are for themselves.
Let me finish this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Statement. So yeah, sometimes we may get camaraderie, as far as a rally or a hashtag, stuff like that. But when it comes to resources, policies, stuff like that, that's when it seems like the divisiveness comes in, and it seems like it's against us. And when we try to come together with other groups, but it doesn't seem like we get it in return.
I disagree with you. I personally, as a brown man, know for a fact that the African American community has the biggest political machine out there, next to like LGBTQ and the whites. Obviously, we stand way back in the line. A lot of policies are made for the African American community, and I may not agree with all of them, but I respect the hell out of it because of the political machine you guys have. I am doing what I'm doing based on pretty much the playbook of the brothers. And that's what you guys have done right. And that's a great thing for your people. But I'm not going to sit here and knock you guys down to try to make us step up. I will have conversations. I will sit people here and have those different conversations. Like I said, let me know when Tariq actually has a constructive conversation with somebody, because all he does on his line is talk shit. He won't be able to have a conversation like you and I right now. He'll be disrespecting just for the shock factor. I don't need that. I'm really trying to get to the root of this thing so we can move forward and actually speak like men and not like children.
Okay. And, I'm not a representative of Tariq.
No, I get it. I get it. But you follow the guy.
Yeah, I like him. I've been listening to him for a long time. And but what I will say is, I think that how come you all haven't had a conversation? Have y'all had a conversation?
No, I haven't, because to me, It would be just that. It'll be Tariq spewing his hate and stuff. And to me, it's like, why am I going to have a conversation with somebody like that? I mean, there's nowhere to go with it because all he's going to do is just try to throw some hateful shit to get us both riled up. And there's no constructive thing coming out of it. It's like me going and having a conversation with somebody who just says, "Oh, you're just a wetback. You're this, some racist ass guy." I'm like, what's good's going to come out of that? The only thing I'm saying good is he's going to still have his followers like you, but at least kind of open your eyes to see what the guy's really doing. It's divisiveness. And why? Because it makes money. Hey, my man, I got a lot of people calling in. I appreciate you calling in and having a conversation with me.
Yeah, I appreciate it too, man.
Thank you, brother. You too. Somebody said, Gil sounds like that guy who said I got black friends. I never said that. I am putting receipts that I bring black men in here to have these conversations as men. And if you take the time to actually go look at those interviews, you will learn a whole lot. But your pimp, your king, he's a pimp. He don't bring no brown people to his table. We don't bring no white people. We talk shit about everybody, but that's about it. All right, let's see what we got. Ta-da, ta-da. What's going on, Darrell?
Yo, what up, man? I seen that Adam 22 interview with Pimp Nasheed. That fool, he's just a bad apple in the black community. I don't support that kind of shit. I got biracial daughters of my own. If I was to hear some stuff like that, he would have got beat. He would have got dealt with. I'm just gonna put it like that.
And the crazy part is he's got biracial kids. That's the crazy part.
Exactly.
He's like I said, that's why I say he's a pimp. He's a pimp using the African American issues to make money, to make divisiveness, to sit there and say there. And it's not. Listen, it is it great by any means? No, but this is probably the best relationship wise as far as communication between brown and black that there's ever been in history, and it's only going to move forward and it's going to get better if people like us step up and go against racial shit like this, because that's racist. Racism is racism regardless of who does it.
Exactly. And then Adam 22, he makes a fucking ball off of issues that goes on down here in LA and everything. That's well known. And Poetic Flacco, that fool's not even from LA. He's from somewhere back east or the south or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking on shit down there.
But he's the one re-lighting the fuel to the fire and talking all this shit and having Tariq talk all this shit.
Exactly.
All right, there.
Exactly. And I'm from Long Beach, so yeah.
That's right.
I come from.
Yeah, you come from that area.
Exactly, man. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. For real though. Fuck them. That's all I gotta say.
That's right. I appreciate you playing late. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Another thing, I got one of the cleanest comment sections on YouTube. The lives is hard to catch up to, but my comment section on YouTube, go check it out, please. All right, hold on. We got another caller. I'm sorry, is that Kevin?
Yep.
What's up, Kevin?
What's going on, man? So, I don't know. From what I'm hearing, you keep on bringing up all this stuff that supposedly Tariq Nasheed, not supposedly.
Well, not supposedly.
Let's
get that right.
So let's go and get it straight.
Yeah.
So that he should have said that was disrespectful to Mexican people and Mexican women. A lot of that stuff, if you listen to his show, are trolls that he's going at. So I think you might be taking that a little bit out of context.
Well, give me a second. The one that I did the video on him was exactly the one I played, and it's a whole hour video where he's saying that. He's got the other one talking about, the Mexicans over here, they sell their pussy for the DACA, this and that. Well, he can't sit there.
Okay, and so
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm saying so that wasn't in response to anything.
No,
he just came out just automatically just attacking Latinos for no reason.
Well, he has a chip on his shoulder, and I think what his thing is, I can make divisiveness because, like anything else, Hitler used the Jews, right? That's how it works. You got to find somebody to hate. So what he's done, he's tapped into the frustrations of African Americans and has African Americans hating brown people, hating white people, hating Asian people. Hold on. Hating whatever he wants. Collie Collins, whatever her name is, right? The attorney. Give my girl a shout out. You heard what she said. She was on Power 106 saying that. She was saying they come here for EBT. They come from failure countries. I've heard Tariq say the same exact thing.
Okay, well, first off, I don't. Kylie Collins doesn't even speak for all black people.
Well, neither does
Tariq.
Really
know who she is.
Well, neither does
okay,
Tariq.
So you're sitting for your attacking Tariq Nasheed. Killers keeping on Tariq Nasheed.
Wait.
And his thing. You bringing up Kylie Collins and everything.
Okay,
Nobody know who Kylie Collins is.
Okay, give me a second. He literally on No Jumper gave Connie Collins a shout out. So he's the one bringing her into play. How can you deny that?
I want to get back to what Tariq Nasheed is what you're upset about him and everything. And you know, I can only speak as a black person.
Okay.
And going in this country, it's kind of hit and miss with Latinos, Mexican people. Some of you are cool, and I guess that's with anybody.
Thank you.
But a lot of you are racist. A lot of you are racist for no reason. Black people go our way. I can only speak for my people. We go our way, and sometimes it's a detriment.
Where
how open we
where
are.
are you from?
We don't sit up here. Hold up. I'm from Chicago. Okay, so check it out. So, you know, it's like we allow Mexican folks to be walking around saying the N-word and everything. If we were just so hostile against y'all, don't you think we'd be punching you in the mouth like we did white folks?
No, because that word
why wouldn't we?
Let me get to that. Let me get to that. Because that word has been coexisting, and not even so much in Southern California, in the Bay Area, in Texas since the 80s. So you can't sit there. It's almost like hold on. It's almost like you guys now are finding a reason. We're letting you say the N-word. You know, you guys sold the N-word. It's corporate word.
No.
The white people got that word.
Nobody sold nothing. It's just you get around some black people that are maybe outnumbered with you, really like you, really want to be friends with you and stuff, and think that's cool. But
there is a lot of
some of those coasts. When you get out of the Californias and the New York areas, you find out that black folks maybe don't like being called Negro or the N-word or whatever.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You know, that nobody has a problem with Mexican folks wanting to have their own thing. That's beautiful. Nothing wrong with it. But you preach this let's have our own thing at the detriment of black folks.
How?
What was that rapper? Hold up. What was that rapper a couple of weeks ago? Swifty Blue, talking about he would never sign to a black label or something. But you're in hip hop. This is our music. This is black people's music. How dare you?
Can I ask you?
Sit up here and
slow down.
Are you serious?
Slow down.
Are you serious? How?
Are you gonna let me answer? Or are you gonna just go on a whole?
Go for it.
Thank you.
Go what you do.
I had Swifty on here. I don't agree with what Swifty says, right? I don't agree with what Swifty says. Swifty's trying to keep it too gangster. But Swifty also doesn't speak for everybody. It seems like this is the problem. When one Latino says something like that, all of a sudden it paints a picture of all of us, right? When one African American does something to one of us, like robs us, like when they're robbing the Elote people, oh no, that's an isolated incident. You can't use it both ways. Either both of them are isolated incidents, or both of them portray your people.
But what black person is sitting back co-signing robbing tacos in there?
So who's co-signing Swifty?
What black person is that?
Who's co-signing Swifty?
There's plenty of you guys signing with Swifty.
Name him.
You said that you didn't have a problem with what he said.
Hey, homeboy, rewind that. I said I didn't agree with Swifty. You better rewind, listen to that. I said I did not agree with Swifty. And now you're sitting here telling me nobody's co-signing for the black man. Yeah.
And you talking about robbing taco vendors and all that. What about as many as these California Mexican police officers that's running around in these gangs shooting black people? What's that all about? Do you ever speak out against that? What is that? I mean, come on. How many times does that happen?
You're gonna let me explain that? You gonna let me explain that? No, you're ranting. You're ranting too much. You asked me the cop question. I'm gonna answer the cop question for you. Okay, you said those are fucking cops. I'm an ex-gang member. You think I really said, oh, I'm glad that's a fucking Mexican cop. Mexican cop treat us worse than white cops, homeboy. Again, it's the same false narrative being pushed. When people say fuck the police,
But
they
why aren't you calling that
say,
out though?
oh,
Why aren't you calling it out though? Because it happens just as many times as some black gang member trying to attack a taco vendor.
Go through my videos. Every single thing you're talking about, I've already done it. No, you just you're right now. You're deflecting. You're deflecting because right now you're going from this, and now you're. Why don't you call your own people? Okay, why don't you call your own people out? Why don't you call Tariq Nasheed's racism out? Why don't you call his out? Why don't you call Tariq's racism out? See what happens? They just all of a sudden, oh this, all that, and I'm answering every single question, but he doesn't like the answer.
And the anger towards us. You guys do.
Nah, listen.
Open with
listen, brother.
No,
listen.
You guys are the ones
that put
again.
Okay. You guys is too many people. You guys is too many people. I've had countless.
A lot of you
countless
Caucasian, but you do.
Caucasian. If I'm Caucasian, then you're Caucasian. What's your last name? What's your last name? What's your last name?
You don't. What do you?
Your last name's gonna be Jefferson White, and so I can use the same shit. Or then you guys are white too. Bullshit. I'm a brown man. I am a brown man. You're gonna sit there and speak for us and say you guys portray as white. You just you speak for the brown community now? See, that's that bullshit I'm talking about.
That's what you're saying. Look, I watch enough documentaries and hear.
Oh God, he said I watch enough documentaries.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you don't claim Caucasian?
Fuck no, I'm a brown man, homeboy. I claim Cali Mac. I claim Cali Mac. Central American, Latinos, Indigenous, Mexican American, Chicanos, homeboy. Hey, my man, I'm gonna give you one last word. I got a lot of phone calls coming in.
That's a lot of you. That's a lot of you. You treat the black folks in Mexico horrible. I mean, come on.
See, those are again. When did you go to Mexico? When did you go to Mexico?
It is what it is.
When did you go to Mexico? You listen.
2 years ago.
You listen to the. Oh, and they treated you horrible, huh?
2 years ago.
You treated you horribly, huh? You went out there on vacation. You went out there on vacation.
You treat the black people of Mexico right, huh?
Listen, homie.
You treat the darker skin, Indian-looking black folks
everywhere there's the same shit. But
come on, man. You have an anti-black.
Oh Jesus! No, my man. It sounds like you have an anti-brown thing. All right, brother. I try to give you the last one, but yeah, you're coming too crazy. All right, this is good. This is good. Caller. What's going on, Jeff?
Oh, what's going on, man? What's the issue you got with Tariq Nasheed?
Well, I got the issue that he pushes the narrative that we're anti-black, that our women are here just, messing with black guys and we don't like it, and that our people are coming over here are racist, that we're racist from all the way from Central America to, in other words, all the bullshit stereotype that he pushes. And then if you call them out, all of a sudden we're racist. And like I said, I've had plenty of black men here. We've had the conversation. We broke bread. I guarantee you, Tariq has never had one brown man in his home or a podcast to have a real constructive conversation, because there is nothing constructive coming out of that man's mouth.
No, see, I don't agree with you.
Okay, so talk to me.
Very intelligent dude.
No, I never said he was intelligent. He is a very intelligent guy, and he knows what he's doing. He's pimping people for money.
No, but see, you call him a racist, and that's not what he's about. He's about speaking up for his people. Now, I think on the other hand, I'm not sure if you're a racist, but I've seen you have some anti-black views, and just because you have some brothers in your house, man, that don't mean that you wasn't wrong about what you did.
What? Okay. What are my anti-black views?
Saying it's about reparations. We all supposed to be minorities, right? But here you are being against reparations. What kind of black and brown correlation is that? Man? I mean, we take that very serious. For the 400 years we've been through.
Hold on.
Anybody going against that is the issue.
So you ready? We had that conversation about 2 and some fucking years ago, right? When we were talking about the BLM stuff, right? Since then, we've had other conversations. I had one with Alex Alonso. See, the thing is, that conversation I've had here with brothers. We actually had that conversation in a constructive way. And then with Alex Alonso, like, hey, Gil, would you be for all the corporations that made money off black men? I said, no, I'd be all for that. But I was saying, as a taxpayer, I'd be like, no, wait a minute, dude. That would be like me telling you they should give California back to Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas back to Mexico. And if you're against that, then you're a racist. That's how it works.
No, but that's not the same thing.
Why not? Why not?
because that was a loss in the war. It was fighting over.
Well,
it wasn't free labor.
well, you guys lost.
It wasn't free labor. Come on.
You guys lost in the war and became slaves. What? Come on, it's the same shit. How is it different? Let me tell you why it's different. Let me tell you why it's different. Because you're a black man and you have more empathy. That's why. That's all it is. You don't have empathy for it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Why not?
No, listen. Black and brown correlation, man. You guys get a lot of resources just from that, from things that we created, things that we done.
Yeah.
What he's saying is we don't get the same in return, which I gotta agree with. I'm from LA, man.
Doug,
I seen this from when you guys numbers wasn't like it was now. And how it is now, y'all saying the N-word and all this old weird shit, man. Come on now.
Hey, homie. The guys in the Bay Area have been saying that's just the 80s. The guys, it's barely coming out here now. It's like, well, we're gonna complain about this. They're saying the N-word. We're gonna complain about this. It's always like it's like tit for tat little BS stuff. But when it comes down to it, we're all in the same problem, homie. We all got drug issues in our neighborhood. We all got fatherless homes. We all got jail problems. We all got gang problems. And over here, we at least try to have a conversation to try to find solutions for that. And Tariq shit, he's just finding some. And Tariq shit, he's trying to find somebody to blame.
No, I can't. Tariq is way more important than how you just try to shoot him up.
Well, no, to you. But
no.
The stuff he says is vile.
He's way more important.
Well,
he's
to
way
you,
more important than how you trying to portray him.
That's a fact. To you, he is. To certain African Americans, yes, he is. I'm not gonna say he's not. Absolutely, he's a very intelligent, smart guy, but he is a divisive guy. You can't sit there and say that's not true. He is a divisive guy.
Tariq is loved in South Central LA.
Well,
like he's loved, man. People love him out here, man. So ain't nobody gonna touch him or say
nobody's saying anything about that. Nobody's saying anything about that. What I'm saying is real. I haven't seen any real people messing with Tariq. He messes with everybody else. I haven't seen any real gangster guy that I've talked to that, whether it's been here or not, that's a black man, said we don't fuck with Tariq, man. We don't fuck with Tariq. That's what they tell me.
Tariq fuck with Spider. He fuck with Spider Low. He fuck with the East Coasters, man. He fuck with He fuck with T. Rogers, rest in peace for the jungle. He fuck with some solid cats out here, man. So
we'll see.
I'm telling you, okay, man. But yeah, man, you just your anti-black views. You said some shit. I'm not saying you're a racist, but you said some questionable shit, bro. You probably need to apologize again.
When
you never really apologized.
Man, I've apologized 20 times. I ain't apologizing shit. That's the thing. Oh, you need to apologize. Well, when Tariq apologizes for the vile shit he says, then come talk to me. Till then, have a good one, my man. You need to. All right, let's see. Say you need to apologize. Yeah, Tariq can say whatever he wants, but no, you need to. All right, let's see what you got, man. Let's see what you got. All right, we still got it going on. Come on. Yeah. Anybody else? Come on, numbers. Oh no, the number's at the very bottom. I don't think I see it, man. The line. It's it. That's all right. He can get that cloud if that's what he wants. All right, this will be interesting. What's up, Danny?
Just calling in. I was listening to the brothers that were had called in previously, and it seemed like they're a little bit racist.
You think?
It kind of came across that.
Yeah, but they don't see it, homie. They don't see it. You there? I think I'm losing you, buddy. And I lost you. Let's see what you got. Ta-da. All right, here we go. Is that D? What's up, D?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Oh, another beautiful day over here.
Yep. But I just want to speak on this whole Tariq and situation. So for you personally, I watch your content, so I won't sit here and say you're a racist. I see you have Skip on there, very respectable man in our community of Los Angeles. I know his son, so I respect a lot of the people you talk to, and for you personally, I understand where you coming from when it comes from certain angles. But I'll say this about Tariq. I follow Tariq because I'm a Black American, and a lot of people forget that you know, that we are a little different than Africans, and you know,
I understand.
he you know, he definitely separated us, and we appreciate him for that out here in LA. And
Okay.
we appreciate him for him being him. But what I will say is this: he clowns everybody, bro. Like if I was to call his show or get on his spaces and say some goofy shit, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna find something to clown me about. It might be racial, not racial, whatever.
Right.
But his main intent is for black people to stand up for black people, and I think a lot
I
of
respect
times,
that. I respect that.
yeah, and I think a lot of times that when we see things happen to our people in the community, and we see our people get harmed, and you know, a lot of times it feels like it's no remorse. You know what I mean? The people that harm good people in the Mexican community, the hardworking people, not so much the gangbangers. If you mess with a hardworking person in LA and the gangbangers get a win of that, you're gonna get your ass beat. It don't matter what race it is, it don't matter what it is, you're gonna get your ass beat. And sometimes we feel like it's not the same for us.
And
because it's been a lot of times like, oh, go ahead, my bad.
no,
Go ahead.
and listen, that part of it, I understand. I've heard some stuff that Tariq says, like, yeah, that makes sense. He's an intelligent guy. The part I do not is how he's gonna sit here and try to paint anybody who doesn't agree with them as a racist, who's try to sit here and call me a racist when I'm sitting here trying to do so much more with him as far as unity between brown and black. And that's why I have Skip over here and other people who have came to my home. And this is my house, right? And to me, to sit there and put that false narrative, put that division in our neighborhoods, he doesn't need to put all that division and still, you know, represent, because that's pretty much what he's doing for a lot of brothers. I get it. He's representing you guys. He's being a voice for you guys, but he can't sit there and clown on one hand and on the next hand, oh, well, these guys are racist. Nah, it don't work that way. When you go to like to other platforms, all right, but say like it is. Don't sit here and bullshit. In other words, that's why I say the two faces of Tariq. One, he's going over there trying to act like a professional, and the other one, he's disrespecting the shit out of us. Because if I were to listen, you've followed me, and I'm sure they've been watching all my videos with a fine tooth comb. If I were to say a quarter of the stuff Tariq would say, the black community, I would be in every single podcast in every black community saying, look at this racist. Am I lying?
I mean, it's very true, very true. I mean, the reparations thing, I think that really threw us off because, you know, we real touchy about slavery. You know what I mean? In the same way that I feel like colonization affected every type of minority in the community. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we all a little touchy about, you know, colonization, and being that we are the only people that was colonized on this land for the most part, and Hispanic people, you know.
Well, no, that's the thing. We're in the same struggle, but the reparations thing is like one thing. And this, let me tell you, and I had the same conversation with Skip. People act like I'm holding the button that will give black people reparations. It is a conversation that we had on this platform, right? And at least we're having this conversation. You don't see no Jumper having that. You don't see any other platform. I bring conversations to the table here that most people run away from. I do not have the button. I would love to see it being debated on Congress, in the Senate, in front of the White House. They're not even talking about it. So what do we do? We blame American Cholo. So again, I would say it would be, and that's exactly the question I gave Skip. I said, Skip, what if I said we want, because there's people in the indigenous community that say California is stolen, New Mexico stolen, Arizona stolen, Texas is stolen. Would you be for us giving that back to Mexico? And if you're a black man, you say no, then you're a racist. I say no, you're just somebody who has a difference of opinion. When it comes to politics, it's a difference of opinion. But am I for the corporations that made money, the tobacco, the cotton industry, all those companies that now are huge billion-dollar companies paying reparations? Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are the ones that should be paying the money. There is a middle ground, but people just want to sit there and see one thing. Oh, look, he's racist, man. And to me, like, come on, that's that LGBTQ shit, man. Oh, you're a homophobe. No, I just have a difference of opinion, homeboy.
I hear you, but honestly, I'm gonna land everything I'm saying with this. Honestly, he's intelligent. I feel like if he really looked at your content through and through, not just clips, he would get it. And I feel like if you did the same with him, you guys would come to some type of common ground and possibly have a conversation. I don't think words, and nobody shed any blood. No,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If you guys can have a good, constructive conversation, man, that shit'd be fucking huge, bro. Because I'm all for my people, man. I love black people, bro. Like I'm FBA all day, but at the end of the day, I can't sit here and act like the godson of my the godfather of my son is an El Salvadorian that I grew up with, who's a Pampers. I can't be like I don't rock with racism in no way. I don't care if you're Mexican, white, Chinese. If you come at me with that racist shit, I'm tripping.
Homie, we are so intermixed here in LA.
Man, I see people as far as like if you a good motherfucker, man, you a good person.
Yes,
I don't really care no more, you know?
Absolutely.
But it's just like I just feel like you guys should push possibly to have that conversation. You know, I know it might not happen instantly, but I think it can happen and it can break barriers because you guys are both intellect. And I think if intellect could come to the table with some tough subjects, you know, shit could be great.
Yeah, it might be. Well,
you guys both have huge platforms too. That helps.
We'll see. Hey, my man, I appreciate the conversation, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Take it easy.
But you too. Yeah, you know what? Hey, Gil, you need to put all the black people you've interviewed at your home in a playlist straight up. You know what? I will, and they're actually great conversations, man. But the sad part is, well, hopefully now people want to watch them. Let's see who's calling them. Caller, who's this? Yes. Nation.
Okay. Now, what I wanted to say was that I understand about the Mexican reparations.
Yeah.
But I don't see you fighting. I don't see you fighting for Mexican reparations.
Oh, because
all Americans.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All Americans pay for Native American reparations. I don't mind my tax money going to Native American reparations. But you don't fight for Mexican reparations, so it's weird that you're using that against black people getting their reparations.
No.
I don't get that.
Well, no, okay.
It's not right.
Again. I'm giving you the example. Because I am not one guy who sits there and says,
I know that's a bad example.
Okay, no, you know what? You know why it's a perfect example? Because I'm not for the African American and I'm not for the Mexican reparations. So I'm not for both of them. So I'm equally not for either one, is what I'm trying to say. So there is people in the indigenous.
Do you pay for Native American reparations?
I think the Native American reparation is something that I don't think about. I don't really, because it's something that happened years ago and they gave it to them. I pay for a lot of stuff I don't agree on, and it happens. So listen, again, I don't have the button.
Then why don't you protest against that like you are against black people getting their reparations?
When? See, this is, again, the falsehood. When in the hell did I ever even come close to saying, I'm going to protest for reparations? Please answer that. Yeah, I don't hear nothing. No, wait a minute. No. Answer the question. When have I ever said I'm going to go protest against reparations? When? Answer that. Never.
I can't remember.
Never. Fuck him. I didn't say it. Fuck him. All right. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Fuck him. I never said it. I laughed it off. It's a fucking joke. The guy's not here for a certain reason. So don't sit here and please tell me, oh, you said I didn't say shit. So next, let's go.
I don't know I just know you were talking with another guy about reparations.
Exactly. So it seems I heard.
I saw the video with the guy.
Look, okay, well, go watch the video again, then come back, talk to me. Appreciate the phone call, player. Ay. People just talking and don't even. I love that pause. I was like, oh, Jesus. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see what we got. Caller. What's up, Miguel?
Chicanos killing Chicanos is what they want.
That's what they tell me, homeboy.
Blacks and Chicanos killing each other is what. That's how they run this place.
Yeah, that's what they tell me, homeboy. Is that what you got?
But once we get together, they don't run shit.
There you go, homeboy. That's a fact, homeboy. Appreciate the phone call. There you go. Shock is good. It sparks conversation. Ted Cruz's real name is Rafael. Too many Browns want to be white. I'm brown, but call it out. Others, too many Browns want to. Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum's one of the biggest black podcasters out there. So then that means all the black people want to be white, right? I can sit there and nitpick any little fucking shit that anybody else does and use it against them. That's what they don't like about me. Because Ted Cruz, all of a sudden, all the Latinos want to be white. Get out of here. Hey, but I appreciate that $20, homeboy. See what you got. Hello. Caller, who's this? What's going on, brother?
How you doing, brother? Respect to the last caller. It was very respectful. He was a good conversation.
For sure.
I hear a lot of people calling in, and I hear a lot of anger.
Yes.
And one of the things I want to point out, Charlemagne, the dude from New York, when he speaks about his people, he speaks about nothing but blackness. Not that long ago, he made a comment about black men should only be dating black women.
Right.
So he always speaks about his people. But when he's allowed to do that on the radio,
right,
and they don't see nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
But just imagine, let's flip the script. Let's say, because a lot of black people, and I love my black people, but let's be honest, a lot of black people push that black business, black owned, black this, black that. Let's flip the script. Let's say that brown people talk about, brown people should only date brown people. Or let's say the white man. Let's say the white man talks about white business, this and that. How would they see it? They would see it as racist.
Right. Right.
But they don't see that.
Because
now
the problem is this: America doesn't have empathy for us, homeboy.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about L.A. L.A. I grew up in Jordan Down Projects. Back in the day, so everybody knows about that area. Knows it's 90% black people. I'm Mexican, and I grew up there. We went through so much in those projects, so much racism, Hispanic people getting beat up, and everybody from back then, from the 90s, know that I'm not lying. Jordan Down, we had Markham Middle School, all that. We used to get beat up.
Yeah.
And they don't see that.
They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about it. And I've talked about that. And I've said it. This is the reason the gang violence got so heavy in the 90s, because we were getting victimized, and little by little we started organizing. But that's just to tell the history of it. We're not sitting, and there's people like Tariq that are trying to relive it. Oh, but you guys did this and you guys did that. And this gang. Okay, if that's the case, let me go back out there and start killing the guys, or have them try to kill me from different neighborhoods out here, because they're the ones that killed my homies back in 90-something. That shit's over with.
Right.
What are we doing in 22 to make life better for both of our communities is what I'm getting at.
Exactly. But see, Tariq has that agenda that he's pushing.
Yes.
And he's not stopping. And we have to understand that he's not going to stop.
No, he's not.
A lot of his followers don't see what we see now. That lady that you spoke about earlier, the one that went up to Power 106, she makes a lot of comments about immigrants and this and that. But let's be honest. People are immigrant people that have no documents, and a lot of people don't know that, including that guy that called from Chicago. He was talking about that. He don't know the LA politics, but a lot of people think that they don't pay taxes. Keep in mind, if you don't have a Social Security, and you guys could look this up yourself, you cannot get welfare. You cannot get food stamps. You cannot get any help.
Right.
But yet, when you go to the store, and we're talking about people without legal papers. When you go to the store, you show them and tell them, hey, I'm illegal. I'm not going to pay taxes on this item. Regardless of what it is, you pay taxes. And most of them, they don't get no taxes back. And they don't realize that all the money that got taken from them from the store, whether it was whatever item they bought and they paid taxes on, or at work, whatever it might be, they never get that money back. Why? Because they don't have the legal documents.
Yeah,
and where that money goes? That money goes to the people that don't work. Look at the stats. How many people, and what is the race of people that are on welfare, food stamps, and all that?
Well, I think the majority are actually white, to believe it or not. But that's a different conversation, homeboy, man. I appreciate the phone call, my man.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Late. The difference is here. We have conversations. We talk about this. Hold on. What's up, Chemo?
¿Qué pasa, Mr. Gill?
No, we getting it in today, homie. We getting it in today, carnal.
I see you, man. I see you. You're cutting off the normal caller and letting the real nitty gritty happen, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Making it happen, homie. What's up, though, brother? Talk to me.
Hey, did you get the people in the mail yet?
Get the fuck out of here, fool.
Hey, no. I was gonna say, man. You know what? And it's a good topic you're touching on, because at the same time, you know what, man. I seen even Whack 100 call Flacco out, man. Did you see that one?
I saw that one. I saw when he had every right to, because those guys are steering shit up. I mean, that's what they're doing with this shit. They're trying to steer shit up, and I'm getting on top of it because I'm tired of it. The reason we made this platform was so we can have a voice, and the voice is you're not going to disrespect us as brown people, just like black people are proud. Damn it, so are we. Straight up, and that's a fact, homie. If you're a black man or black woman and don't like getting disrespected, guess what? Neither do we. And that's all I'm saying. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that a lot of FBA and ADOS, I mean, it's like you see it, but then people are like, nah, it is what it is. Because you've seen some that are like, well, shit, that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right.
Nothing to do with us. But at the same token, you know, we all know who it is that's trying to stir up the narrative.
Yeah.
It's the shock culture. It's the system is designed to you know what, create the differences. And you had a lot of strong positive people, man, on your podcast. And hey, man, some of them vatos, they've been in the hood. They've been living in the hood, especially in Califas, man. Y'all got it square word down to you know what I'm saying. Y'all got those differences, pero the good thing is that you're enlightening people, and you know how it is, man. Some other people don't want to see it, man. And even places where I work at, man, there's a lot of raza that's black and brown, and some of them, hey, man, you try to be respectful, either or.
Of course.
They don't give a damn, homie. They don't give a damn about that shit because they don't see the positive. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, you're gonna have some people that calling in and que chale, but at the same token, they're not calling out the people that are stirring up that difference and you know the prejudice. Because I mean, we all know in every state there is that prejudice, but at the same time, man, you know, if you don't see past it and see the betterment of it, you know.
For sure. Hey, Kimo, thanks, but I got a bunch of phone calls, carnal.
Dale time, man.
All right, brother. Dale time. And I know that was talking about Kibo, but thank you, DJ. I appreciate that $5 super chat, man. Let's see. We're going to get out of here pretty soon. I think we've got our point across. Again, I'm letting you guys get those calls in. Come on, my brothers from another mother. Like I said, let me see. Let's see what we got. What's up, Hector?
Compare the two. Pretty much Tariq Nasheed is another Swifty Blue, and you know what I mean. Just I recommend that you take the higher road and drop that clown because it's pretty much just a clown. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I get it, but the problem is the clown's on a
reputable.
Yeah, the clown's on a podcast that's 5 million people.
OG, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all it is.
But I mean, your podcast is super successful. It's on the way up. You don't got no need for that clown. You know what I mean?
You got it, brother.
Just like maybe Swifty Blue is probably never going to come back to see this podcast because the first person that he's ended up being, you know what I mean, that a lot of us are finding out. You know what I mean? So Tariq Nasheed don't even deserve us anymore. You know what I mean?
You got it, brother.
Don't deserve that.
Thanks for the phone call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but likewise.
All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, people, we got to finish this up because I got to watch The Karate Kid, man. I'm binge watching it. Let's see what else you got. Smash that like button. Smash that. I got a lot of comments here. Hold on. Where we go? There we go, homie. Cali Max says, get it. Central American, Latinos, Indigenous, Mexican American, Chicanos. We will stand up. We will stay proud. We will stay brown, homeboy. And we will fight for our due diligence. See. Oregon, what's going on? He's actually Robert from Nebraska. What's going on, Robert from Nebraska?
Hey, American Cholo.
Talk to me.
I just have a few things to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
All I got to say is, man, fuck Whack 100 and fuck Adam 22. And you have a lot of support out here, American Cholo.
Thank you, brother.
And I want to give a shout out to Tyga because he took down that video.
For sure.
That you were trying to respectfully have taken down, and him taking that video down truly shows that he thinks, man. You know, he thought about what he did, and there's just some people out here like Adam 100 that are paying thousands of dollars for security, and they're all here talking reckless, man. And this is crazy because you're still going to work. You know, you have your job. You're posting yourself going to work. You know, doing your construction, and they will never confront you. All those things they say about Rafa and you, they will never confront you about that. But yeah, man, you have a good night.
You too, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support, brother. Thank you. Let me see. What's your name here? Guza Saba, American Cholo, will you pull Swifty Blue video from China for dropping the N-word, and why didn't you check him after proving the point? Did I check Tyga? Did I come at Tyga stupid? Did I come at Tyga aggressive? I came at Swifty the exact same thing. There is millions of young kids that say that. I am not the N-word police, homeboy. If that's the case, if you want the N-word pulled off from all the Latinos, have some of the biggest rappers talk to Drake, talk to who else is out there? Kanye, talk to the biggest rap stars, talk to even DJ Khaled to make sure DJ Khaled says, stop saying the N-word, or Mexicans, stop saying the N-word. Talk to all those big time rappers and have them make a commercial saying, stop saying the N-word. And you know what? They never will, because it's corporate. They're selling it. That's what it is. You got little white boys in Minnesota or Dakota where there's only the population of maybe 5,000 people saying the N-word because you made it popular, homie. I hate to break the news to you, so don't sit there and go like, oh, well, you guys say the N. Again, that's little kid thinking. That's LGBTQ thinking. Oh, you say you don't want transgender fucking people going and reading books at libraries showing penises. No, I don't think that's good for a 4-year-old to watch. Oh, you're a homophobe. No, I just have a difference of opinion than you, homeboy. But don't sit here and try to just change it because of one little thing. And that's what a lot of people do, because they really don't have a real argument. So they come up with that bullshit, homeboy. So go ahead. I'm not the N-word police, homeboy. See what else we got before we go. I think I got one more super chat down there. All right. Let me see. Nah, phone calls are done. We're going to be out of here pretty soon. Tell you what, guys, go ahead and drop the city, location, where you from, and we're going to start getting out of here right now. Let me see if I can catch up to this one real quick. Ooh, there we go. They don't want to see us stand for our brown people. So much anger in the black colony, and regardless who gets upset, we're going to shine. And there you go, homeboy. So let me see. All right, let me get in here real quick. Killing it, Cholo. Keep telling it as it is, homeboy. Hey, Insane Throttle Biker News. Hey, brother, I'm going to get at you. We're going to either do it probably this Sunday or next Sunday if you got time, man. But I appreciate the support. So this is what it is, man. I am a brown man. I am a prideful brown man. I don't like people disrespecting our people. And I will sit there and come at you cordially and correctly. But when you're coming at us wrong, foul, and disrespectful, I'm going to come at you the same way. But I'm still not going to bring everybody else into it. I'm not going to generalize every African-American like Tariq does to our people. And that's a fact. Black men and women are proud. Kings and queens, what you guys say, right? Right? And as you should. Be proud of who you are, proud of your heritage, proud of the accomplishments you guys have done in this country. But don't sit there and knock us for trying to be proud of who we are, for trying to stand up for our rights. The difference is when you see me, you don't see a black man, you see a brown man. But what you should just see a man that's sitting here trying to make his community better and trying to make your community better. I'm sitting here trying to have those tough conversations that most people run away from. And I don't got to disrespect people and call them out their name and call their whole community out their name to make my point be heard. That's what clowns do, homie. And I'm not a clown. I'm a brown man with pride. With that shit, I'm out.